Okay, let's create a calculator with simple tkinter. So let's create a new file, call it calculator.py. Second, calculator.py, and import tkinter as tk root is equal to tk.tk, and now we need to set our geometry and title. And now we need a tkinter string variable for our expression, and this will be carried out in our label. So let's call this our label, x label for expression label. So we have our variable here. It's inside expression var. We're inside root. It's in a grid. It's a regular grid. So after that we need a function for our expression to be added. So our we'll have to pass in an argument, which is the item that's to be added to the list of. It's actually a string, but it will be added to the end. The item that is passed will be added to the end of our expression var. So you can see here, and expression var.get plus the item. So just appending an item to the end, and that item will be the value that will be passed, which is 0 or 1, which we have here. So we have several buttons here. So we have button 1 with with the text as 1, and then the command lambda add item, and the item will be 1. You saw that we were taking an argument here, item, we're passing in 1, so 1 will be added to the end, and it's also configured into our label. So now as we click, it will be evaluated. So all of this happens one by one. In the end, you can use but div, but mul, but add, and but sub. All of these can be buttons. But you may ask, how do I put them in a table like manner? How do I put them one next to the other? Well, this is how you do it. So what you'll have to do is go and grid them. So I'll explain more about this later, but 1 should be put in grid 1, row 1, around here, and then but 2 will be put here, right next to it, since it's in column 2. But 3 will be put to the next to but 2. But 3 will be put next to but 2. So as you can see, we'll have 3 buttons in each row. So you can see, do this for every one of them, and in the end you can do that even for but div, but grid, for every single one of them. After that, we need a button to evaluate our expression. So let me just explain this. So we have our button eval, tk.button root, text is equal to evaluate. Our command is lambda expression var.set. So here we're now changing the value of our label indirectly. Eval expression underscore var dot get. So we're retrieving the value inside our expression var, and then we're evaluating that. You know what the eval function does? It evaluates a mathematical expression from a string or bytes. So we have our string here, and then it's evaluating that. Meanwhile, we'll pack it. So but if eval dot grid, yeah, grid. So grid done, and after this we'll have to main loop our root dot main loop. Once that's done, we'll run this. Let's check what the output is. Okay, little too big, but this will do for now. So if we enter, click on 1 is typed, 2 is typed, and 128 by 8, let's evaluate that by 8. So evaluate 16.0, which is correct. There's no clear button, so that's why what you'll have to do is that you'll have to multiply it by 0, and then you'll have to say plus, and then your second expression. So we can also add a clear button, so let's do that. Clear but, copy this, but CLR but CLR, the text will be clear. Command is lambda, it's in lambda function. We'll just set it to nothing. Take it empty. Yes, now let's try and run this. Let's try this. Clear? Yeah, clear works. For 45 into 5 plus 7, evaluate 232. So we are passing our value here. Here's our text, and for the functions you can't use x, right, for eval. That's why you have to put the asterisk sign. You can use the plus and minus signs directly. So if you have any views about this, let me know in the comments, and if you have any modifications that you made or any bug that you ran into, let me know in the comments as well. Thanks for watching.